I know I said I wasn't going to do this video, but after actually looking at the 1-star reviews, I had to. So, surprise! Unlike Gravity Falls or the Amphibia reviews, both of which I did before, Owl House has a ton of legit 1-star reviews. Enough to make a part 2 if you want a part 2. So I couldn't include all of them, otherwise my voice would die. And also, all names will be kept anonymous, but I don't think anyone actually cares. Anyways, enjoy. This is awful. Normalizing satanic and demonic in needle for children is not okay. Disney should take this down and apologize for producing such evil. There are so many things going on in this show that are not okay that there is not enough space in the review to comment on it. The fact that the official trailer on YouTube has turned off the comments should be a red flag to viewers and parents. Absolutely horrible. About the comments thing, Disney Channel's videos are usually meant for children, and if a video is meant for children, comments will be turned off automatically. So that isn't really necessarily a red flag. Why not set your kids in front of a TV show that teaches kids how to juggle kitchen knives? That'd be safer. I've been around demon-possessed people, and there's nothing fun or cute about it. It's awful, heartbreaking, and evil. Trust me, you do not want your kids to learn this stuff, or even be intrigued by it. 0 stars. I'm surprised this review isn't on Gravity Falls. I mean, there is a full-blown episode with demonic possession that I admittedly have watched too many times. Next review. Wow. Just wow. I watched episode 16 and was so shocked that out of all places, Disney starts LGBTQ. I am so very disappointed when I first watched this and really enjoyed it. Honestly, I got to know this because of rumors on the web that Disney has started making gay and bisexual characters. The plot was nice, perfect story. I didn't expect that from Disney. Maybe if it was Netflix, Warner Bros., Prime Video, or HBO. I'm only giving this 1 star because it's a list, or I would have given this 0 stars. And they ruined the show on one prom day. And the Bible doesn't and will never accept LGBT or witchcraft, though I'm not really disappointed with the ideas. Trust me, it's unoriginal. The show isn't boring in any way, but it just defies the Bible. If it wasn't that, I would have given 5 stars. Well, if you liked everything else about it, why couldn't you have given it 4 stars? Or like 2 stars? That would at least make sense. Also, for the next review, this one's my favorite one. And here it is. What is this? Okay, well, people, get this. Disney, you must be out of your minds. Dear readers, Disney has been doing an awful job on kids shows lately, right? Anyways, let's get to the point. This nonsense is violating religious cultures, or VRC for short. This is a bad influence on kids. Any of you have kids, warning, do not let your kids watch this. I wish there was a 0 rating. Disney ought to be ashamed of themselves. Owl House? More like Menacing House. This is a rotten show. This is the worst thing ever. If Disney keeps it up, I am suing Disney and not apologizing. I will not let this trash violate my kids' minds and ruin their future. Lying is not good. Being a witch is not good. And casting spells and taking demons as pets? Never. Not my watch, kids. Do not watch this. Parents with kids 1 to 5, do not let your kids watch this. Walking in the portal? What's this mess? Do not watch. Disney, you did it again. I am heartbroken. I am so suing you, Disney. I know the person meant suing Disney and not sewing Disney, but I kind of have this pet peeve of people spelling things wrong. Anyways, the last and final review. This one's kind of just like the second review from Gravity Falls 1-star reviews, if anyone remembers that. So, yeah. This isn't a critique so much as a clapback at people who use baseless and dumb points to defend this show. I hear some people defend this show by saying that the fact that it's unoriginal doesn't matter, because, everything comes from something. But the problem with the Owl House isn't that it is not completely original, but that almost everything the show does has been done in nearly the exact same way, only better and less cliche. Even though Star Wars is just a samurai, western, underworld, naval, military series in space, the way George Lucas was able to weave these ideas together into an immersive world without making the story seem all over the place is the reason people call him one of the greatest creative minds of our time. I mean, the Owl House has even borrowed from one of the most used tropes ever, the two friends trope. Star Wars has done it, Harry Potter has done it, MHA has done it, LWA has done it, as well as much more. However, they make this unoriginal idea work by fleshing out the characters well. In the Owl House, however, Gus and Willow are just one-dimensional plot devices with very little, though not zero, characterization. And that's just the tip of the unoriginal iceberg. This show is about as original as Cardi B's face. Next up, Luce is definitely a Mary Sue who isn't fleshed out. Saying that she's 14 isn't a valid excuse. A 14-year-old knows not to mess with someone's stuff unless they say so. But Luce clearly doesn't, since she ends up nearly killing Willow in episode 15 because she thinks she knows what's best and decides to inconvenience Willow over herself. I say over herself because Deku from MHA does a similar thing, but he actually purposefully gives himself permanent scars in the process. It might be okay if it happened 2 or 3 times, but this similar format unfolds in 11 of the 19 episodes that make up season 2. So that means that more than often that not this happens, talk about original episode plots, she makes these flaws constantly and never learns. That, my friend, is not a fleshed out character, but that also doesn't really make her a Mary Sue. And Luce has only been in the Boiling Owl for a month and can already outmatch members of the Emperor's Coven, who are basically the Magic Navy SEALs, and Warden Wrath himself at the same time. Not to mention, she's only learned 4 spells and is already invincible. By the way, Invincible is a much better short than this garbage. What does Invincible have to do with the Owl House? Like, I haven't seen the Invincible because I can't, but I know very well that they don't have anything in common. And this is just a response to defenses of the show. There are way more problems I could mention, like the gaping plot holes. How can Ida remember being cursed when she was asleep? Or the Rush development. Yes, I mean Lumity, and no, I'm not a homophobe. But I'm already pushing my luck here, and the toxic fandom will eat me alive if I say anything about their precious. Ah, they found me, get away, please don't. Ah, someone help me before they kill me. Ah! There is so much I want to say about this review, but you know what? I'm going to leave it to the comments, because my voice is dying.